Thanks for joining us this morning on the sports segment. We begin with the Africa Cup of Nations 2019. The entire continent is zooming in on Cairo later today, where delegates from all 24 qualified teams have already answered present for the draws of the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. 24 teams will be drawn into 6 groups of 4 teams each. And now each group will produce 2 leaders that will sail through to the quarterfinals and then the semis. And of course, a classification match will usher the finals to be played on July 19 later this year. The competition kicks off on June 21st amidst growing concerns on the readiness of Egypt to host. For example, there is little or not very clear information on the training facilities to host all 24 teams, as well as the procedures for obtaining visas for supporters and the tickets purchase platforms, which is not very clear. But CAF's Director of Communication, Nathalie Rabé, promises that some clarifications will be done after today's draws. Now, note that Egypt was a rescue destination this January when Cameroon's hosting rights were stripped off due to some delays in the competition. And I will move over to the CAF club competitions where the return leg quarterfinal games have been programmed for this weekend. Tupuisa Mazembe takes a goalless draw away advantage to Lubumbashi when they host Simba Sports Club. It may be over for Egyptian giants Al Ahly, who have to overcome a 5-0 away humiliation at home as Mamelodi Sundowns touch down in Cairo. Wydad AC of Casablanca takes on Horoya AC, while cup holders Esperance of Tunis will want to consolidate their away 3-2 victory over CS Constantinois. And now in the CAF Confederations Cup, Al Hilal of Sudan will see their game against Etoile of Sahel postponed due to the ongoing protest and the political unrest in the country. CS Sfaxien takes a 1-goal deficit into their home game with Nkana FC. Gor Mahia of Kenya will have an uphill task to turn the tables against RS Berkane, while Zamalek of Egypt will host Hassania Agadir. And now we move over to wrap up today's sports segment with Formula One car racing, which will be celebrating the 1,000th race in the World Championship history this weekend. That will be in the China Grand Prix. In a conversation with Formula One commentator Sasha Martinengo, he briefs us more. Take a listen.
Yeah, it's quite incredible. I mean, if you think you have to go all the way back to 1950 to the first ever race. There were 7 drivers in it. There were only 6 races during that season. And 69 years later, we're getting to the 1,000th World Championship race, because there are going to be people, Philemon, who are going to say it's not the 1,000th Formula One race because some of them were Formula 2 and some of them, you know what, they're just being pedantic. It is the 1,000th race in this kind of formula, which is remarkable and fantastic. It's going to be a great celebration. Yeah, I mean, I think the future of Formula One in terms of the drivers, Philemon, is in great hands. We saw Charles Leclerc. He was fantastic in Bahrain. He just was very, very unlucky, and it must have been really disappointing for him when his Ferrari developed an electrical failure. We've got Mick Schumacher, the son of the 7-time world champion, who's went tested for Alfa Romeo and for Ferrari, looks very, very good. He's racing in Formula 2. We must be patient with him, but I tell you, we've got some great upcoming drivers for the future of Formula One. You know, I'm with you 100%. You know, countries like where I'm from in South Africa have an incredible history in terms of Formula One. But Africa itself has an incredible motorsport history. If you go back to some of the rallying days up in Kenya, you know, we really have an incredible desire to have this. So, yes, you know, it comes down to a little bit of money, but we must all remain hopeful that somewhere on the continent, we're the only continent that doesn't have a Formula One Grand Prix. We deserve one in Africa, no matter where it is. And believe you me, the crowds will be there in their hundreds of thousands.
Get more sports updates and news on our website at www.africanews.com, both in English and in French. For now, bye-bye. See you on Monday on Football Planet.